Hey guys, my name is Sarah, and I am a student here at Arizona State. I'm studying biochemistry, and I'm a sophomore. Thank you for being here today. I know that this is a conversation that we don't always have, so I appreciate you guys being willing to listen and collaborate as a team today. I also get that I am a girl and speaking in front of an all guys team, but just know that I'm here to talk to you about HIV and sexual health in general, which does not discriminate based on sex. So like I know that I'm a girl, but it affects girls and guys in the same ways. So it's important to realize that it doesn't matter that I'm a girl because it all affects us, and we can all do our part to move forward in creating the next AIDS-free generation. And so on that note, I'm also on the Taekwondo ASU team. So I get the feeling of being on a team and caring for our teammates and caring for our loved ones and things like that. So just know that I get that part, and I really appreciate you guys being here. It's going to be about a 5 to 7 minute conversation, but if you guys need to like use the bathroom or get water or take a phone call or anything, you can do that. And then you can come back when you're done. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, just ask me after. That way we can keep it rolling. And then you don't have to feel like you have to speak in front of everyone if you don't want to. But I'm definitely here if you want to talk after. That's totally fine. And again, I'm here talking about HIV. I've been learning about the disease with professionals and professors here at ASU this semester. And I used to be sitting where you guys were. I had no idea really what to expect about the disease. So it's totally fine if that's where you are at. We all have different relationships with it. Some of us might know people who are HIV positive. Some of us may be HIV positive. We have no idea, right? And that gets into the point of needing to know, which is getting tested. Because if you don't know if you're HIV negative or positive, you need to get tested in order to get that life-saving treatment that one needs if they are HIV positive. So we say get tested, get treatment, and take that treatment every day to protect yourselves, your teammates, your loved ones, your family members, etc., and to live a longer and a happier and healthier life. So picture right now one of your teammates, look around, right? We're all friends here. We all see each other on the field, on the court, off the field, off the court, etc. And that's why it's super important that we are here talking about this, because not only does this information help protect yourself, but it helps to protect your teammates and the people you spend time around, whether intimately or not intimately. And so in order to do that, you guys are great being here and having this conversation. So HIV, as we know, stands for human immunodeficiency virus. And in order to get the treatment that we need, if we are HIV positive, we need to get tested. And again, get tested, get treatment, and then take that treatment every single day. So the first question that you might be wondering is who needs to get tested or who needs to get this treatment? And that's anyone that's HIV positive. And you will not know if someone is HIV positive just by looking at them, right? There are no symptoms with HIV, which is dangerous because you could have HIV in your body up to 10 years before developing into AIDS, and then you're not going to know if you have it. And once you get to that point in developing into AIDS, that becomes even more dangerous because of the effect that it can have on your body. And in most cases, you can die from getting AIDS. And so the point of getting treated is stopping your body from developing HIV into AIDS. And that means you need to get tested because in order to get the life-saving treatment, which saves lives, as I said, you need to get tested. One needs to get tested for HIV. So that's who can get the treatment. Now, what does the treatment look like, right? I didn't know this before I was learning about it, and some of you might know, some of you might not know, but they're anti-HIV drugs, which are called antiretroviral drugs, and it suppresses the HIV in your blood, in your body, to a very, very low amount that you're not going to be able to spread it to anyone else. And so not only are you protecting yourself from HIV continuing to attack your insides, but you're also not spreading it to other people, which is a very, very important part. And so in order for this to continue happening, in order for you to continue protecting yourself and your teammates and your loved ones, you need to take this. One needs to take the pills every single day. just like how we're supposed to stretch, right? In Taekwondo, we stretch every time we practice, just like how athletes are supposed to stretch every day. You need to take this pill. One needs to take this pill every single day. It's kind of like just putting on your clothes. It just becomes part of the routine. And in order to do that, if you take it every day, the HIV stays to the lowest level in your body. We say undetectable equals untransmittable, which means if you can't detect the HIV in your bloodstream, which means by taking the pill, it's going to be untransmittable, meaning you're not going to be able to transmit it to anyone else, which is super, super important, as you know. And so again, in order to get that life-saving treatment, if you need it, you need to get tested, get treated, and then take the treatment every single day, becomes part of your routine to protect yourselves, your teammates, and your loved ones from HIV. And so the last part, so we've talked about who needs the treatment and then what the treatment looks like. And then we're talking about now some of the barriers that come with treatment, right? Do you guys have any idea? If not, that's fine. But do you have any idea of what could be a barrier in getting the treatment? Anyone? Yeah. Yeah. What's your name? Matt. Thank you. Yeah. What's your idea? Yeah, cost, right? I don't want to spend this much money on treatment. Is it really worth it? First of all, yes, it is very worth it because it can save your life and it saves lives every single day, every single year, etc. So yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Matt, for raising your hand. I appreciate that. So getting figuring out how much it costs. You can go get treated for HIV through your doctor's office. You can get referrals from ASU Health Services or from the Southwest Center for HIV Prevention. If you guys need any contacts of any of those three places, I'm here after. We can get that for you easily. But you can figure out ways to deduct the cost from the treatment, from the pills that you have to take, the antiretroviral drugs. And that can sometimes be through your insurance, sometimes be through other aid companies, etc. So that's something that I could definitely help you figure out. But again, you do not ever have to spend full money on the pills. There's always other options for financial aid with the antiretroviral drugs. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Anyone else have any other barriers? That's okay. All right. Yeah. So another barrier that we might not want to talk about, at least I was uncomfortable talking about it, and that's not a bad uncomfort, right? It's just unfamiliar because we don't talk about it that much. That's totally fine. But what if I'm positive and my teammates find out? Like, I don't want people to know, right? I wouldn't want that on my team. Like, that's stressful. That's uncomfortable for me. And maybe you are comfortable with people knowing, maybe you're not. But for me, if I don't want that, right? The stigma with getting treated for HIV is people knowing that I'm HIV positive. Well, good news is it's confidential with your doctor, so no one has to know. If someone were to find out, if someone were to know, all you're being is a great role model for them to get tested because all you're doing is saving your life. So you're being a role model and you're breaking the stigma for your teammates. And you're getting the treatment necessary, which means you got that test. And that's the first step. And it might be lonely. You might not have anyone to go with you. I would always go with you. Like, I know that might be weird, but like, no, I'm a professional in the topic now. And so like, if you need any assistance or anyone with you, I can go with you, like you can bring a friend that you trust with you to get tested, all of that. But again, it's confidential. And if someone were to know, all you're doing is breaking the stigma positively and teaching people that it's okay to get help when you need it. Just like how, like, if you need a tutor, that's great. If you need to get treatment, that's great because you're doing what you need to do to take the steps in order to save your life and protect yourself and the people around you. Anyone else have another barrier? We've talked about cost and stigma. Yeah, time, right? Treatment. Thank you. What's your name? Dylan. Thanks, Dylan. So time. Yeah. Again, the major step is access to that treatment. And once you go to the doctor, your health service or ASU Health Services, the Southwest Center, that honestly takes more time than taking the treatment itself because the pill is just a pill that you take every single day. It's part of your routine. As an athlete, we all have our routines. Every single day, it's part of our routine. And so the treatment does not take a lot of time at all, just swallowing a pill, right? Just how we take other medications or other supplements or anything like that, it's the same thing. So that doesn't take any time at all, not to worry. Just the part is getting to that treatment, getting the referral for that treatment, and your doctor can help you with that, definitely. Thank you for that, Dylan. I appreciate that. Yeah. So those are some barriers. And 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 again, it's super important to be able to understand those barriers and break those barriers. You don't need to worry. One doesn't need to worry about this because it's just another thing that we can set in our routine, right? And so again, we say get tested, get treated. Everyone deserves a test. And in order to get the life-saving treatment, we need to get that test. So get tested, get treated, and then protect ourselves, our teammates, our loved ones from HIV. And one little last thing, I hope that you guys learned something today. And even if you didn't, even if this was a review, please, you know all of this information now. You can talk to other teams here at ASU. You can talk to your friends, your family members. You have the power to educate people about this. Super important, life-saving. There's always a chance for you to save someone's life by helping them get the treatment that they need to save their own life, right? And so I would always love, if you know people on other sports teams, I would love to come and talk with them as well. But you also have the ability to talk with them now too. And so that's super important. If you know anyone on other teams, if anyone on your team is not here today, please educate them, inform them. I'd love to come back. I'd love, again, to talk to other teams about this. And yeah, I just like to say thank you so much for having me today to talk about this. I really appreciate the time. I know that you could be practicing or doing other things right now. We're all very busy, but I appreciate you being here. And again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, I'm here to talk with you and continue building up our knowledge and spreading the information and getting tested in order to become the next and educate and help support the next AIDS-free generation. So thank you guys again, and I hope you have a great day.